Right, going live.
Ooh, exciting. Ooh, exciting.
Hey,
Ooh, exciting.
hey, hang
Ooh,
on.
exciting. Oh, there we go. It,
Okay,
it,
so just quickly
it
mute the
lives.
stream so that you don't get a constant echo of Richard. Hey guys,
Wow,
how's it going?
the echo, it's strong.
Ah, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I'm joined today by Richard, who's going to be helping fill the void as we try and draw some zombies.
Hello.
Right.
Norm Normally I create the void, but today I'll be helping to fill it.
Yes, first thing I need to do is not be looking at OBS and instead be looking at the app I'm going to be drawing with, so that would help. There we go. Ah. So, how's everyone doing? Just sorting out my
Right.
stuff.
Well, I'm great, Matt. How are you?
um, yeah, not bad. Sorry, I'm just sorting out my pens and stuff, so I figured I'd.
If you're using actual pens, it defeats the purpose of this being like live streamed over the internet. Unless you're just going to hold it up to the camera, but then I don't know why you've made that tiny screen in the corner there.
That is true. Maybe I'll use the app instead. How are we doing?
Yeah, that's pretty a better idea, all things considered.
Cool, that seems to work. Cool. So the idea for today, for anyone that hasn't seen any of the millions and millions of posts that I've shared, is that I'm going to be drawing some zombies, basically trying to get some concept art slash some stuff that we can just throw into the game that I'm working on, um, while I try and find an actual artist. So, um, got a lot of people here actually, more than I was expecting. Nice to see you all.
Yeah, 13 people, and we only started 2 minutes ago. That bit before didn't count. Shh.
Yeah, no one's been waiting, right? Um, so I've got a few. For those of you that don't know, the game that I'm working on is a game where you are sending out zombies to destroy human fortifications. And what I'm going to be working on today are different zombie types. So probably going to be looking at drawing a flaming zombie first, because that seems like a great way to kick things off. If anyone's got any ideas, any suggestions, or any tips and tricks, then feel free to share them. If not, then we're just going to chat and have a good time.
How many zombies do you think you'll be drawing today, Matt?
Well, I'm
Would you say
plan.
would you say it might be a veritable horde of zombies?
I wouldn't say that, but then I don't have a sense of humor.
That's a shame.
So yes, I'm just currently
Let's
looking
see.
for the list that I have prepared. The camera's actually over here on my laptop. I'm actually going to be drawing on this screen here, so apologies that I'm not looking at the camera. There's not a great deal I can do about that.
It'll just seem normal to anyone who's introverted or
Yes.
preferable even. So
Ooh.
we've the chat's currently discussed the benefits of both tea and chocolate.
Well,
Um, and profiteroles actually. And we've had a suggestion from the Forbringer for zombie duck
excellent. And also
and
a zombie hockey player.
zombie
Wow.
hockey player. I mean, that could be a good one. That would be like
Yeah.
an armored variant maybe,
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
or
Oh, what? Sorry, we lost you there.
a, a seasonal variant.
Yes. Um, I can inform you that there is in fact tea, so we've got that much at least. Um, so yeah, I actually like zombie hockey player. Get sort of like Jason style hockey mask going on. So maybe
Yeah,
I'll start with that actually.
yeah. I was seeing the Jason hockey mask kind of thing going around.
Lava skin.
Lava
Excellent.
skin.
I'm gonna have to start making notes. That's what I should do.
Yeah.
Right, you're not gonna
Pr
see these guys, but I am making notes of what you're saying. So you know. Just
Profiterzombles. Although I think Susie could probably shout that loud enough and you'd hear it.
I'm not sure I could do either Zombie Duck or Profiterzombles justice, I'm afraid. Um, so,
The real question is, what would be meaner, a zombie duck or an actual normal duck?
um, if it was a goose, then it would be goose hands down. I think I'm going to say Zombie Duck would be meaner.
Yeah, perhaps. Zombie Cthulhu Mythos critters for scary mode from the
Ah,
Forebringer.
I was wondering who the Forebringer was. It's nice to see you, Rogero. Uh, for the, if you haven't already spent 10 minutes staring at the splash screen, the sort of style that I'm going for looks a little bit like this. I'm going to go silent for just a second. So we're going for quite a cutesy sort of look. So I'm going to be trying to keep with that theme, getting like the large head and small body sort of aesthetic. Let's see where we go.
It just makes it all the more terrifying because you take a couple of moments to go, oh, how cute, and then you're torn apart.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Except that these guys are the good guys, don't forget.
that's true because it is important that the world be brought under the hive mind,
Yeah, it's for the greater good of the world.
the greater good.
Uh, so, first thing that I'm going to say is I'm going to be deleting a lot, especially as I ease in and try to get used to drawing again. I did some practice over the weekend, but it always takes me a little while to sort of get my eye in. I'm also going to be doing multiple layers, so the first layer is probably going to be really scratchy as I try and just sort of get the right form for it. But yeah, I'm glad that you all could join me. Again, I wasn't really sure what the turnout was actually going to be like, so I'm glad that you've all showed up.
Oh, Matt Warren says, what program are you using?
I'm using Krita. It's or Critter. I don't actually know how it's pronounced. It's something I've talked about on one of my earlier blogs. I discovered it by accident when trying to find something that wasn't Adobe Sketchbook but was also free, and that's quite a difficult task. But I discovered Krita, tested it out, and it turns out really good. It's just a really good program. It's very similar to Photoshop in a lot of ways, and is way more feature rich than Sketchbook seemed to be. So, yeah, it's a lucky find. I enjoyed it so much that I actually donated and ended up paying after all. So, you know, there's a ringing endorsement. You know how stingy I am.
Money for it. That's pretty good. Cam M says, a zombie game developer?
A zombie game developer. I'll just draw me before I've had my caffeine first thing in the morning, I think. So I'm going to deal with
Yeah.
that.
Or do one of those things that tends to pop up in indie games where the final head,
Whether what, sorry?
where the final boss of the game is just your head.
Well, go full Andros.
Yeah. Although I guess that would make you not a zombie, but like the final boss of humanity.
Yeah,
Is that too much ego for ego problems?
there's never too much ego for
Final
ego
boss.
problems. Uh... Oh, hey, Ethan. Glad you could join us. Let's see, zombie streamer.
Zombie streamer.
Don't even know how I go about that. I suppose we got a headset sort of torn and shattered with wires poking out of it, maybe.
Yeah, the Fullbringer says zombie that takes selfies when it catches humans, then noms on them. So I guess has a little delay while it does a quick selfie and then goes to town.
That's. I mean, what you're describing is what I think is going to be the final design for every single zombie in the game. I think that's just a given now. So, thinking shoulder pads. We're going hockey.
Yeah.
I should probably bring up some reference. That would be a good idea. I hear reference is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think what hockey player where, and I think what hockey player. I think they have leg things, right? They have big leg pads. You need to help us out, Jazz.
Yeah, someone give me some zombie on rollerblades. Yeah, someone describe to me what hockey players do, because I am not sporting in any way, shape, or form. Goalies do.
Goalies do.
Maybe this guy's as a goalie.
Ah, was.
Let's have a look. So we'll go for the Jason mask. Do we want a helmet with the Jason mask? It saved me having to draw hair. Blocker in one hand and a stick in the other. Oh yeah, I think I see one in the images I just brought up on Google. Cool.
Slapking suggests that the zombie hockey players should shoot pucks
It's
at
not
the
about.
presumably barricades, and then go in close for the vulnerable humans.
Yeah, I think the way that I was planning on running things is that zombies were pretty much entirely melee, because the moment you start giving them range, suddenly you start having to ask questions like, well, why don't you just use range things and just like destroy everything from afar? So the idea is that the zombies will be entirely melee, so I was thinking of having them wailing with a hockey stick.
The Warbringer says you'd have to take out Canada first, and then you unlock the zombie hockey players.
I mean, yeah, I'm planning on I'm planning on having different worlds, so it'll be a set of
Ah.
levels per world. So that's actually not a terrible idea.
Presumably, that's where the most elite hockey players, zombies, would be.
Yeah, they're the ones that actually can do damage. The rest of them just sort of watch.
Yeah.
Oof, let's just break his arm a little bit there.
Jazz
So,
says hockey has penalties, so get him to cross-check and slash people.
ooh.
And Ethan says zombie Wayne Gretzky says you miss 100% of the time on the humans. You don't wail on with a hockey stick.
I
I
mean,
wish I knew. Huh?
that's true. If you don't take the shot, you don't get it. So,
I wish I knew who Wayne Gretzky was. Voice, but I don't in this moment.
I assume he's the person that first said that phrase. Unfortunately, I also don't know. You'll have to
I recognize
educate
the
us.
name. Yeah.
So we got this sort of thing going on. I am going to go over this and make it not as awful, I promise, guys.
He's a god, so presumably we wouldn't have encountered him in our mortal sphere of influence.
Yeah, that is a
The
problem.
hockey god. Mm. Christopher Kelly says, "What about a theme park world? Zombie cosplayers, zombie attendants, etc."
That would be badass. If we have like a bunch of like stuff going on in the background as well, so you can have like the roller coasters on fire, but still sort of going round, people screaming and stuff. Just in the background while you're trying to break down a barricade into a house of mirrors, maybe.
And I suppose at the end, the Scooby gang would turn up and pull all the human masks off all the zombies behind the barricades, and all the zombie masks off all the humans who were pretending to be zombies, and
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
it and then it would turn out to all have been the guy who owned the carnival in the
Yeah, no, it's the dude who ran the water slide. We know this.
Old Man Roberts.
So I've made a mistake here in thinking that I can do any sort of foreshortening. This was incorrect in every way, shape, or form.
Mr. Palindrome says hello. I've seen about your stream on Twitter.
Oh, excellent! Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm currently roughing out an idea for a zombie. This guy's going to be a hockey player. This is obviously I'm going to go over this and make it not awful. I'm glad that you could join us. Uh,
Oh, keeping the skates.
yeah, I was
So
thinking ice hockey. I always think ice hockey.
oh yeah, no, for sure. But this zombie's gonna have some real balance skills. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. This zombie's got skill, for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that's a skill. That's a skill they would have needed to have in life. Oh, Jazz says those are figure skates. What do
oh yeah,
what do
yeah. Because
like?
like figure skates have like the sort of thing at the end, and then they curve up and have the pick here, right? Whereas hockey skates are more like just a straight arc like that, and
Ah,
they're usually attached straight on here, aren't they? Is that right? Yes, the hair has absolutely grown since I last saw you.
I think everybody's hair has grown since anybody last saw another human being.
Yeah, that's fair. Uh, I hope you all are doing well in the end of the world, the apocalypse. I didn't expect my game to be quite so on the nose, but here we are.
Yeah, you got to hurry with it because by the time it comes out at this rate, everyone's going to be like, why would we want to play a game about real life?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about any zombie outbreaks yet, so I think we're okay. So I'll try and go for more sort of that sort of thing. Oh wow, just go like real old school. Use a beer
Victorian
brand.
zombies, you know, from past land. That could work.
Victorian hockey zombies specifically.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? So I think I'm not particularly sure I like the position of this stick. I think I want it a bit more up here so it's a bit more violent. But I think
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the whole, that's about the sort of shape I'm going for. I'll make the head a little bit bigger relative to the body. I wasn't expecting the body to go quite out this much. But as a basis, I think that's got most of the key points. I'll go for a helmet as well, I guess. Which,
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Maybe that's one to throw to the chat. Do you think a mask is better with or without a helmet?
yeah.
Because obviously you've got a bit more of the Jason vibe with just the mask.
Yeah, instead I could give him like tufts of hair or something. Combine him with Doc Brown and go out here. Maybe not.
Zlat King says mask only for sure.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I didn't quite like where it was going. I'm gonna stick with.
And he says also and brain spilling out. Because
Yeah.
obviously not having worn the helmet is a terrible, terrible mistake that shouldn't.
Yeah, so we get this sort of vibe. So, how are we going to rough him up? So we've got the brain coming out. This is one thing that I've noticed. If you look at all of the zombies that I've done previously, I've really struggled to make them look like they've taken damage because it very much destroys the cute aesthetic. So if you guys have any ideas as to how I can rough this guy up, then I am all ears.
Ah. Berserk says teeth marks in the mask as well.
Ah, yes. I tried to shatter it a little bit here, but yes, maybe some get some like bite marks going on here.
Jazz says jaw missing because hockey players have no teeth. Is that a requirement, Jazz? I mean, the mask surely must help a little. Or do they take the mask off when they fight? Because they're really tough, obviously. Oh, did I get it wrong, Berserk? Oh,
Specifically faux show.
oh, so show.
He will come at you if you paraphrase. This is a known trait, and definitely has gotten him into much, much trouble in the past. Or maybe that's why you can't paraphrase anymore. Oh, puck embedded. Nice idea. I like that.
That's a good idea. Ethan also says cheesy Frankenstein monster stitches might be in the damage.
Yeah. I like that. I've not yet been able to pull that off successfully, but I'll have a go, see what we get. I'm going to try and stabilize this a little bit so that we actually get a nice smooth circle. It would help if it drew. Why aren't you drawing? That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. Wake up, Richard.
Yeah, if anyone can hear that, that's my alarm reminding me to be awake on another day.
Yeah, isn't that alarm for Tuesdays and Fridays? Oh, come on. Circles, they're not that hard.
It's pretty much there are just I have alarms kind of littered all through my life at the moment, just like a constant reminder that I should be awake at some point.
I don't know, I found it's completely overrated being awake. It's a lot easier if you just don't get up. Of course, then you don't get paid. That tends to be a problem.
Hang on, I've fallen behind turning it off. Mr. Palindrome says, "Do you want music for your game? I will make music for you?" Question mark? Question mark?
I'm not
Um,
currently at the stage where I'm thinking about that sort of thing yet. But if you leave me a direct message, it's something that I can look into in the future. Thanks for your interest.
Sassy Bassy says the stick shouldn't be higher than his hip. Very illegal move, or the illegal move. The Foebringer suggests zombie hipster, which sounds like a pretty cool idea.
Nice. I like that.
How do we express like a top knot maybe, or just
Yeah, give him a top knot, give him a bit of a douchebag goatee. Have him hold a Starbucks.
yeah. Starbucks might be an important detail.
And the mask should all be pink.
And the uniform's the same color, so that the teams don't know who is who. Oh, I see. So in this suggestion, it's like some kind of disguise to make them look like humans.
Ah.
It's like, look, see, I am wearing one of your normal human faces, like a normal human.
Hello, yes, I am human. Look at hockey. I do hit stick now. Ew, don't like that. There we go. Tool. I'm using Krita, and I'm using a. Hang on, I've got the name of the thing. I'm using a graphics tablet from a brand that I'd never heard of. It's called Gauman, which is. I found it during a Black Friday sale. It's actually served me really well. It's quite a small tablet, and it took some getting used to. But until I have the sort of money that I can throw onto a tablet with a screen, this absolutely does me. Zombie rock climber, absolutely. Dear. I don't know. What were we thinking about this sort of mask look that we got going on? This sort of head shape as well. Is it sort of working, or is it not quite kicking? What do you think, Richard?
I think it's pretty good. I'm liking it. It's got a good kind of cartoony. Obviously, the mask can look just like a horror cliche, like a proper horror thing. But I think it's pretty funny, pretty cartoony. So yeah, it works. Sazzy Bazzy says, "Loving it, Matt.
Excellent.
Little maggot friend." And Jazz says, "I love it. Almost cute."
Almost cute. Well, I'm hoping that this maggot will help with the cute.
Oh, there it is. Oh, can we get a little face on the maggot friend as well?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't
Yeah.
know how high my resolution is. Let's see. It's horrific. Oh, this is really difficult to do that zoomed in.
There we go. We'll know. We'll know.
You
We'll
all
know
know.
it's
You all saw there's a face, right? You all saw it.
See, this is Easter egg content already.
Yeah. So we want the big pads. coming out. No, we don't want to give him Piccolo pads or whatever from DBZ. It's not what we're after.
Jazz says 10 out of 10 would let it bury into my skull.
Oh dear, excellent. That's what we want. People to be willing to throw themselves at the zombie horde.
Yeah, it's just strategic, right?
Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them. Especially if they're cute.
Binary Shark says, Piccolo pads!
I refuse.
The Forebringer agrees.
What, with Piccolo pads?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to run into copyright issues, you know.
See, I'm now having I'm wondering if really it's the little brain maggot friend who's kind of puppeteering the hockey zombie around.
Well, you'll have to play through story mode to find out, maybe.
Ah, right, yeah. That's the legendary ending.
Yeah, that's if you get 3 stars in every single level, right?
Yeah. Zlat King says, acrobat zombie, pole vaulting and somersaulting everywhere.
Yes. That would be one of the faster zombies. So the way that... So currently, basically, all zombies have 3 stats, which is attack, defense, and speed. So acrobat zombie could be a good one for a faster zombie. That's not a bad shout. Give him a sword fight.
Berserk says, if you drop kick someone with ice skates on, do you then have the embarrassing, awkward moment of having to de-wedge yourself? And if you drop
Jazz, any experience of this?
And if you drop kick someone who themselves is wearing skates, do they just slide away?
It's an interesting question. There would be momentum, wouldn't there?
Hmm.
He's T-posing, yes, absolutely. No, they are somewhat Piccolo-y pads. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the arms yet, so I'm thinking like they're going to have to come down and across here.
Z-posing.
Z-posing. Nice.
This is Ethan.
I like it.
I quite like the idea if he was doing the I've seen on that hockey game.
The what?
The game where people play hockey. I forget the game. It's a sequence of letters, I believe, that has something. Yeah, probably NHL and some numbers to signify what the date is.
Yes. I'm going to come back to that because I have no idea what I'm doing for that.
CO suggests zombie archaeologists, high defense due to all the unnecessary PPE. I think I've just guessed who CO is. Hi, Chris. Glad you could join us.
It's nice occasionally just sort of getting that realization. Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
Of course, it is also nice to run into people that I genuinely don't know at all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother with that. You know what? They're strap-ons, because, you know, those exist. I've been skating.
No, once I heard that, Chris, it was pretty evident who I was talking to. Weird yet cool suggests fancy zombie should have top hat, but maggot should have a long mustache.
Amazing, yes.
That could be part of the kind of carnival scene, like a kind of vibe.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just quickly making a note of some of this, because, yes, I do like a lot of these suggestions a lot.
Uh-oh. A bad place.
What's happened?
JoJo's has been mentioned.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, one I haven't mentioned so far, but there's been quite a lot of talk about is the foam finger zombie.
Yeah.
Maybe that does sound pretty great. I'd love to see a zombie whacking someone with a foam finger.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be very fun. Maybe like one of the things is actually just an Olympic stadium or something. They have hockey in the Olympics, right?
I mean, presumably.
They got most everything else,
Yeah.
including parkour soon. In fact, I saw that recently.
Really? That
Yeah,
sounds pretty cool.
I really can't get the arms today. Hang on, I'm just going to check what I've done previously.
um, Jess says foam finger zombie
Also, what, sorry?
also has the beer hats, with the cap with like the beer
Yeah,
strapped to the side of it.
yes, for sure. Da, 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 da. So I think I'm making them a lot more complicated than I need to for the arms, because what I've done for the previous arms is I've literally just done like the rounded hands for now.
Zach King has mentioned Doctor Zombie for irony purposes.
Yeah.
Bozimoto has suggested that the hockey zombies should say sorry when they hit things, as they're Canadians.
That's a great
Um,
idea. I'm gonna quickly.
the Fullbringer says hero zombies you can customize looks and stats, but can only use once per map.
Hero zombie. Interesting. Had not considered anything quite so specific. We get the sorry in there. There you go. Get that
Sorry.
right now. Oop. Alright, I am trying to draw reasonably quickly, so I'm not sure if at some point I'm going to need to slow down to actually stand a chance of drawing anything halfway decent. So,
Well, that's a question as well. Would it be better to have more concepts or like fully fleshed out drawings?
honestly, I'm happy to go with whatever people are enjoying more. If people want to see me concept a bunch of stuff, then at least I can justify my awful, awful artwork. Whereas if people want me to spend more time on a single zombie, then I'll try and do a better job and probably fail. Either way, it'll be fun.
Berserk and Sazi Bazi, I'm sorry, I'm going to paraphrase you again. Berserk have suggested that the zombie goalie specifically should be you could knock them over and they should turtle for a bit. Sounds pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, how am I going to do this? Because I was going to put two. I was going to have him holding the stick with both hands, but the goalie actually has a mitt, doesn't he? That's what you were saying earlier. He's got.
Like a glove or something.
Yeah.
um, Jazz suggests crazy cat lady zombie. Cats burst out of its raggedy clothing, and I believe Chris mentioned the cats should be anything. But then we're a thing. But then we're going down a whole rabbit hole because there was also talk of zombie foxes, zombie raccoons, and zombie coatls. And I'm sure Chris could suggest many, 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 many more animals that. I mean, maybe an
Just
animal.
animal zombie.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me, Kruta? Um, yes, I'm not going to be drawing animals today. I had a little trial yesterday just to see if it was something that was going to be possible, and I'm pretty sure Richard can agree, not a good idea.
Yeah, that one needs work. Oh god, that startled me. It was like 3D. No, rotating
Yeah,
the puck. The
yeah, yeah.
puck, the stick,
That's
something to do with
the stick, yes.
Weird yet cool says teach zombie that chases anyone who leaves their classroom and throws whiteboard pens.
That's
Berserk
great.
Matt's fingers are blue because he's wearing a glove that means that the touchpad for his pen doesn't pick up his fingers.
Yeah, so it looks like this. Came with the tablet actually, and has been very useful because I get clammy hands.
Oh, Berserk also suggests that the zombie should in fact be armless, but should have the hot inserted into where the arm should be like some kind of wooden cyborg.
That is a much better idea than everything that I've done so far. How far can I undo? No, I'd have to undo the sorry. I'm just going to have to delete it instead.
Ooh.
I can do that. That's fine. That's achievable.
Oh yeah, the Fullbringer also suggested a movie director zombie, and Ethan says he can imagine that already.
Have you not worked with one already? Do-do-do.
Also confirmed the clamminess of your hands.
Ah, rude, but okay. Oh, of course it's you, Will. Of course. Calling me out on my hands. Why are you not drawing now? Maybe don't be such of a bitch. There we go. Sorry, if I occasionally make a reference that makes no sense, just know Richard gets it.
I missed that one actually. I was laughing at the chat.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it.
Apologies, I wasn't paying attention.
That is okay. I would much rather you keep up with chat because honestly, I'm struggling.
The Fullbringer suggests Chef Zombie makes the delicious motion after nomming on someone. I don't know what a delicious motion is, do you?
Hmm.
Yeah, I get. Yeah. That, that
I was meant
works.
to be tummy, but I've only got a circle to deal with, so I couldn't go low enough for rubbing tummy. Oh, you go there. It's a spicy meatball sort of thing.
Ah. Ethan says that the zombie film director zombles into your studio while you work, groans, and then says, "What is the truth of this film?"
uh, what is the truth of the film? What is the truth of everything? Anything. All of these things. That's right, it's going to be one of those streams. No, it's not. I'm going to drink tea. It's very weird doing things on lag because I will frequently look over to where the chat is on my screen and will describe doing something and then I'll wait for it to happen because I'm not sure if it's actually worked or not, and I've not yet got used to the idea that it's fine, it's there, it just takes a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm seeing you in the lag, but I've got your audio coming through Discord, so I'm
Yeah.
I, I'm kind of in both worlds.
Yeah, I thought that might be weird for you, but honestly, I couldn't see a better way of doing it because if I started feeding you the actual live stream at the same time, I'm pretty sure I'd start running into lag issues.
Oh no, it's working fine for me. I mean, if I wanted to, I could mute YouTube. No, I can mute Discord and turn the sound on YouTube, but then then you would be talking to me with lag, which could be awkward.
Yes, I think this is definitely preferable. If my grandmother would have wheels, she would be a bike is one of the best videos.
Yeah, we had reference. I honestly didn't understand what it was about.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that reference either. I'm gonna need an education after this video, aren't I?
Is it Bosimoto says farmer zombie going grains. Uh, and Berserker's yes anded that with bodybuilder zombie going gains.
Gamer zombie going games. Uh, I quite liked Welsh zombie going Brian's.
Brian's. That
Brian's.
could work.
Brian's. That was the one. I haven't done a Welsh accent in a very long time, so I don't know why I suddenly decided to throw that out. That was a terrible idea.
Some would say you still haven't.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think that might be the case, Ethan.
Yeah, I think so. And then this hand is actually going to have the catcher's mitt still attached, so he still gets one hand at least. So that sort of comes around like that, sort of thing.
I like the hockey stick hand. That's pretty good.
Excellent. Oh. So if any of you are here and aren't yet actually following the Ego Problems page, I'm on Twitter and on Facebook both. Feel free to check it out and follow me there, so whenever I'm doing more live streams and whatnot, you'll be notified straight away. Also, that's where you find things like my blog and any updates about what's going on with the game, so I do recommend giving it a follow.
Yeah, it's normally pretty entertaining too. It's and also actually for people who don't understand the games making process in general, there's on his blog Matt does quite a fun thing where he has a little tab and whenever he uses some kind of arcade development that is just white noise to most people, he has a little caption underneath it which explains what that means, and is normally quite understandable. So I feel like it's a learning experience as well.
I try my best. I do quite like the what is it, background for non-techies section.
Yeah, well, I mean, reading them myself, I found that's really helped me understand what's going on.
Yeah, they're also really fun to write. It's a really different way of thinking. So suddenly I'm forced to ask the question, how do I explain this to someone who has no idea what the hell I'm talking about?
Yeah.
How do I explain pointer arithmetic and stack overflows? We haven't got there yet. Don't worry about it. Oh, we've already got Terry. I like Terry. He hasn't been called Terry up until this point, but you've just named him, so
That is a pretty good name for the guy. Maybe that should just be one random zombie that you spawn at some point is just Terry and is totally useless.
Yeah.
Or is incredibly powerful. Who knows?
Yeah, Terry is the secret. Terry is the key. Where is it?
Bozimoto says could do a mode a more modern interpretation of the boomer zombie from Left 4 Dead. I think they were the big ones, right? They were yeah. Well, there Bozimoto is a really big fat guy, right?
There you go. There's Terry.
Hey. I can almost hear the Bryans now.
I don't actually remember what the boomers look like, if I'm honest with you. It's been so long since I've even thought about the world of Left 4 Dead. Is that a crime to say? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
I've still never played Left 4 Dead. It's always been one of those games I've intended to play, but never actually have.
Yeah, I think I played it briefly, but I really didn't get very far because it was someone else's copy of the game or something. Alright, so this is decision-making time, I guess, because this guy, in terms of just raw concept, just sort of setting the picture for what he's going to look like and whatnot, sort of does the job. I can take that, get rid of it, we're done with it. I will use that off-screen to make a neater, nicer version of it, and I can move on to another idea. Or I can try and make this not look like a child drew it. What do people think? Bill Murray pretending to be a zombie. I mean, Red Bull would definitely sponsor me. They sponsor everyone, right? New map. We happy with this guy? Anyone got any last minute suggestions?
Cam M says drawing looks cool, nice one. Susie says new idea.
Excellent. Oh, brilliant, Ethan. Thank you. That's amazing. Yeah, that's super useful. Thanks for that. I'm gonna take a hard pass on Zombie Archaeologist for the simple reason that at the weekend I did already kind of make that one while I was practicing. So I'll quickly pull that guy on. You may have seen him in the image or in the title image already, but that's this guy. Got his little trowel and whatnot. Cool, more concepts it is. It seems like that's pretty much unanimous. So I'm gonna say we are done with this guy. Just gonna quickly group the layer and name it.
Yeah, Jazz and Ethan. Yeah, that one is me.
It is.
So yeah, now is the time to give new suggestions. What's the next zombie going to be?
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll also rattle off some of the ones that I could actually take a punt at from the list that Ethan's just sent me as well. So if y'all have a preference, just call them out.
Was that what? Yeah, that was what he was talking about.
Yeah.
That's,
So we've got
that is-
we've got we've got a game dev, we've got an influencer, streamer. Those are all very very similar. Twitch logo, T-shirt, Zombo. I think that's just another streamer, isn't it? Movie director, chef, farmer, and anything else. Toff is pretty good too. Yes, I didn't want to draw an archaeologist because I live with one.
the pain of that statement.
Yeah. It's alright, we get by.
Gotta be careful because I've managed to infiltrate a couple of archaeologists into the chat now. So
Yeah.
gotta be nice. Gotta be nice to us.
Aren't you all dead inside anyway? Isn't it just a case of if I make jokes at your expense, you like me? I thought that was how it worked, or is that just you?
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Pirate zombie and ninja zombie. Both good ideas.
Ooh.
Let's see, do we have any sort of consensus? The only consensus appears to be Bill Murray, and I'm not sure I can pull that off.
Why don't you like put 2 or 3 of your favorite suggestions so far up, and then like vote on like a smaller list?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'm not doing Bill Murray. I'm hard knowing Bill Murray for now. I do not have that level of technique, I'm afraid. I like Pirate Zombie. I also like Streamer Zombie, Chef Zombie, and Farmer Zombie. So if y'all have a favourite from that list, then shout it out, and we'll give it a go.
Now it's just the moment of expectantly watching the chat.
Yeah.
Quasimodo says chef. Ethan says pirate Bill Murray. Jazz says pirate.
I mean, I will be going back on the chat at the end, and I'll be making a note of any of the suggestions, working out what can actually work. So I have no problem with you throwing out new suggestions, but for now we'll vote on those 4. Pirate
It's pretty much tied between pirate and chef, and also pirate chef.
Oh dear. I'll tell you what. Let's go with chef. Chef, I feel like I can probably work with a bit easier because I mean at the very least the first thing I can start with is obviously going to be the big sort of poofy chef's hat.
Yeah.
Which
You gotta not just draw chef from South Park though.
yeah, that's true. I mean, what?
Ethan says, "What's the chef zombie's name?" That's one we can get some shout outs for.
Yeah, let's get some naming ideas. I like it.
The Forebringer says fusion zombies combine 2 zombies into 1.
You realise this is a one-man operation, right? Oh dear. If I had my way, I would also have a customizer in the game, but I really don't think that I'm gonna be able to do that for this as my first game. Got to keep it scaled back.
So you could clip the 2 of them together, and it would look like they were one zombie.
Yeah. Like you could give them a pirate outfit and a chef hat, that sort of thing. That'd be really cool, but I've really got to be realistic, sadly. Oh dear. Pirate Chef Zombie played by Bill Murray. You've basically just created, if not a brand new game, then at least a brand new TV series. See, without the hockey mask, I can get those trademark eyes in.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the things. Got the it's somehow been able to do the dead, lifeless eyes of a zombie, but kind of in a cute way.
Yeah. I don't know how I
Think,
ended... Sorry, go on.
Thinking about it, they kind of remind me of Bomb-Oms from Mario.
Yeah, maybe a little, actually. Maybe a little. I think those are a little bit more like pure oval. I think those literally are. Someone's just done that with a Microsoft Paint. But
Probably.
but yes, I've tried to make them a little bit more rounded at the bottom, which I think makes them a bit more cute. He looks a bit miffed at the moment. Let's make him happy.
Yeah.
Um,
Ethan would like to know if you've got Bill Murray on the list of voice actors for this game.
I'm in talks. I'm not sure. His agent seems to be a little coy at the moment, but
You're
we'll see
picking
what
up some
happens.
positive signals, is what you yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to work through these things. Obviously, these sort of deals take time, and he's a busy man. But I think that there could be something going on there. Yes, I think there's potential. Now, how do I do an embedded knife?
An embedded knife.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Ah.
sort of like so. Uh, yeah, I'm thinking of just doing like a sort of. If we have the tip sort of here, then we
The Fullbringer suggests a Ghostbuster zombie. Um,
a Ghostbuster zombie uses a
yeah.
vacuum cleaner.
And
Stop.
actually, Susie suggests that the chef zombie's weapon should be a whisk, and also said with knives sticking out of him. And I don't know if she said that before or after you started drawing a knife sticking out of him. So that might be some synergy going
Yeah, I
on there.
think I think we got some synergy because yeah, I honestly have not been able to look at the chat. I'm really relying on you to be reading out the chat at the moment, so thank you for being here because I would not have been able to do this without you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Susie says she said it just before. That's that's a bit scary. You guys have been stuck in the same house for way too long.
Yeah. So I decided to go.
uh, Ethan says, so how will different zombies work in the game? That's good because yeah, any questions about the game itself would be really good.
Yeah. So the way that I'm gonna start that again because that's awful, and I'm gonna zoom in for it because that's probably at least a chunk of the problem. Um. So the way that zombies are going to work in the game is there are going to be different types of zombie based off the stats. So the different types will basically be defined by what they are good at. So the standard zombie will have like a solid like 3 pips out of 5 in strength, defense, and speed. But other zombies will be able to do things like they'll have strength of like 5, but maybe a speed of 1 for like an army military zombie or something because he's wearing like heavy kit. Flamer zombie, high damage, probably a bit weaker in defense because is literally on fire. Hockey mask probably got slightly better defense, so will live a bit longer. So that's sort of the way that I'm sort of planning on running that. Basically, you'll unlock zombies as you progress through the levels, and once you've unlocked them, I haven't yet decided whether or not I'm going to have a point buy system where any zombie you've unlocked you can use in every subsequent level, or if each level is going to have a list of zombies that you can use. Bill Murray will of course be top tier, Ethan, 5 in everything, but you can only ever have one of him.
Because there is only one.
Head chef as in heads.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish talking. I was going to read that out.
Possibly. I was going to have him holding a spatula, but I don't know. Head chef is pretty fun. Maybe a frying pan with a head in it.
Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. Although you don't have the trouble of like um will the head be as big as the zombie's head because that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the big head thing has limited my available workspace. Um, but if we get that coming out here.
The Forebringer suggests a wheelchair-bound zombie.
Ooh, that's not bad. High defense, high speed, possibly a bit lower attack just because of mobility reasons, sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've got to be careful when saying things like that though, because obviously you don't want to be discriminatory. Obviously, a wheelchair zombie is just as capable of eating your brains.
Yeah, obviously. I think that's represented by having higher stats in other areas.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris says you should just have it frying a brain.
Yes, that was my original intent. I did like Head Chef, but I don't know which one I'm going to go with. Glad we're on
Well,
the
I mean,
same page about that, though.
the brain is part of the head.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a suggestion. This chef should be kind of piloted by a zombie rat like Ratatouille.
I don't know that I can do rat. That's how it
Yeah,
works.
we did mention the difficulty of animals being a thing. Oh, it could live in the hat.
There we go.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, little beady eyes. Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Ah, yeah. Because of course the rats aren't zombified at all. They're just the orchestrators of the whole thing.
Yeah, they're just
This
like
is
the real big bad is always going to be the rats who have had it in
yeah.
for us humans ever since we started leaving traps for them. That's the problem.
Well, this is like rats have long memories as a species, and this is like they ran the test project of the bubonic plague, and when that didn't, that came pretty close, but when that didn't quite work, they started to try a more direct route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Buzzymoto says ice cream zombie called Brain Freeze. That's pretty good. The Forebringer suggests or Zombie 007.
Oh, nice. Yes, Secret Agent Zombie. I do like that.
Zombie Alien could be fun. I mean, I'm just in my head. I'm imagining Terry, but with like little antennae coming out.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Ah. I'm excited for all these suggestions now. I really want to actually... I wish I was faster at this so that I could actually get onto more of them, because, like, this is... Like, there are some really fun ideas going on.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit of ick here. Um,
Oh, Berserk mentioned may have disengaged for a while and asks what the premise of the game is beyond zombies.
so basically the idea is I'm still working on some of the story beats, but the premise is that you are actually literally trying to take over the world because you are the hive mind that is controlling these zombies, and you are 100% certain that the best way to achieve global happiness and peace is by turning everyone into one of your hive mind. I guess a bit like that Rick and Morty episode. That's sort of where I'm working at the moment, but that's very much subject to change. So we're gonna have a little apron going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, and the gameplay is kind of like one of those horde mode games where you more traditionally you would be controlling the humans behind the barricade, but in this case you're spawning the zombies going at the barricade
Yes.
and kind of making tactical decisions as to which zombie would be better in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So it sort of takes the ideas in games like Last Stand, which was a very old Flash game that I played as a kid, and sort of flips them on their head. So you're the one actually aggressing, but for the right reasons, allegedly.
Yeah, I remember The Last Stand.
Do you? Excellent.
I,
Very
I
few people
do.
seem to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I played a couple of different versions of it over the years. There was actually um, like there are those games that run through Facebook like Farmville that are mostly just like you
Match
see
threes.
yeah, you see like a million notifications from like, hey, someone's invited you to join their farm or that kind of thing.
Yeah, and you ignore them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was a Last Stand version of it that was pretty cool. It was actually a pretty fun game. It kind of played a bit like XCOM,
Oh, did it?
but in real time, and you were kind of you had a time limit to salvage as much stuff off shelves before zombies started to turn up with your little people. It was a pretty fun game.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. Yeah, I never played any of the Facebook variants. When I played, it was sort of before that was a big thing. Um,
Yeah, yeah, me too. When I started, they were pretty different.
right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, see, that's a much better sort of initial shape for the. I might have to delete that first one. I'm really bad at feet. Feet are hard. I think I mentioned this in a video. I don't like feet.
Yeah,
Feet can go away.
feet are pretty hard.
This guy's got clown shoes. Do-do-do-do.
Ethan says that the story sounds like Reddit, and Berserk says Enui zombie is just a zombie wearing a T-shirt reading "Your hopes and dreams."
Oh dear.
I don't actually know what Enui
Uh,
is. Matt Warren suggests hover zombies, therefore no need for feet.
finally a useful suggestion.
I just pictured one of those
One of those.
um, propeller caps like from Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh yeah. We'll go to there. I'll go to there, I guess.
On Wii, I was pronouncing it wrong. On Wii zombie.
That's one of those terms that I've heard, and I'm sure that I knew what it meant at some point, but I forget.
Oh,
That was.
sorry, the Forebringer. I just see that one, but I missed it when I was reading stuff out. A zombie medieval knight reenactor.
Oh, nice.
That's
Or just a medieval knight, because you get the sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
the the ridiculously cliche helmet thing going on,
yeah.
that sort of
Oh
thing.
yeah, yeah, like Castle Crashers.
Yeah. Yes, I will have to make sure I don't accidentally just draw a Castle Crasher figure, but worse.
Yeah.
All right, if we're going for quick and dirty, how do we think this guy looks? How are we gonna? We need to mutilate him a little bit more. The fork's not doing it for me. What else does he need to make him more zombie?
That does look pretty great. I like that. Got a lot of spirit.
Yeah, I like the rat actually. That was a good addition. Whoever suggested
Yeah.
that, thank you. See.
Ethan suggests a coach.
Uh, hey Richard, are you there?
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Ah, there you go. You're back. We lost you for a second. That's all.
Oh, sorry. Tech problems. Susie says hat
Oh,
on fire.
not a bad
That's a pretty
idea.
good.
Can we? Can I do decent enough fire at this point? Is the question.
Weird yet cool suggests a cake pan around his waist.
Ah.
Actually, also suggests cookie cutter indents instead of bite marks.
I like that. Yes, I'll go for that. I'm not sure how I would manage to represent a cake pan. I'm struggling to imagine how I could make it look like anything other than a ring without a few more lessons at the very least, you know?
I'm not going to read that, Berserk, because I'm afraid you're in the wrong there.
Thank you, Richard. Glad to know you've got my back.
You've got to watch out. There's going to be a lot of people from Sheffield here.
Yeah. You may have made a mistake. Shout out to Hendos.
The ultimate condiment, obviously.
Absolutely.
Susie says holding a smashed Hendo's bottle as a weapon.
It's not a bad idea. I'm quite happy with the frying pan at the moment, though.
Yeah, the frying pan is pretty great. I'm liking the fire. Maybe just some burn marks on the clothes, something like that. That's pretty simple.
Yeah, just sort of get some of this going on. I think if I make it a little bit, if I make the lines a little bit thinner, that might come across a bit better. Because otherwise it looks like scuff marks, doesn't it?
I mean, we can agree on the trees being a good thing, Berserk.
Give them a little
But,
sticking plaster.
yeah, but Hendo's is great, and nothing will stop that.
How do I do the cookie cutter?
Yeah, what does that look like?
I mean, to be honest, a cookie cutter looks like that when actually pressed against the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe just like a perfectly round bite mark. Like we'll know.
There we go.
This zombie wanted to do something really kind of taste its human flesh. They wanted to present it nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, I only eat the finest brains fried in olive oil with a collection of herbs and spices. And
Ethan
hendos.
suggests lion burn. Weird yet cool suggested flower-shaped or star-shaped cookie cutters as an
Oh,
alternative.
that's not a bad idea. Let's see if we can give this some petals. That's possibly how I'm going to try and deal with that.
Jazz suggests star-shaped ones. No, not star-shaped, heart-shaped ones. You know,
Heart-shaped is,
yeah.
heart-shaped is good too, but I think I'm going to stick with the flower, mainly because I'm almost done with it already.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess if yeah, what's next? What zombie next? Unless we want this one,
I'm quite happy with this guy.
detailed.
I
It's pretty
think
good. Yeah.
I think this guy's turned out a bit better than the hockey guy. The hockey guy is going to need a lot more polishing. I'm just gonna.
This one's pretty great. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of this one.
There we go.
Yeah. Bringer says the cookie cutter should be like a random thing that appears on the different ones as they spawn in.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's something that I could definitely do.
Yeah. And also, their vote is for wheelchair-bound zombie next, or
Yes,
Bill
well
Murray.
done.
Ethan also suggests Bill Murray, and thumbnail speed round.
Thumbnail speed round. What does that entail?
And Chris says for the wheelchair zombie, you don't need to. Although I mean, the feet are still going to be there, but just they're not the primary means of locomotion.
true. I could put the feet in a cast, though.
That's true.
Blast through several short ones. The only problem with that is that the quicker that I draw, that's about as fast as I can draw without it coming out looking like a child drew it, is the problem. Oh yeah, yeah. So instead of having feet, we draw the entire skeletal remains of a foot. That definitely sounds easier.
I think they mean only like a bone sticking out,
Ah, right. So like
like
a
a
sort
little
of
cartoon. Yeah,
that sort of thing.
yeah.
Zombie.
Yeah, zombie.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I appreciate the very many puns that you've contributed. If you're heading off, then thanks for joining. Unless that's sort
Yeah.
of like a I'll see myself out sort of motion. In which case, please hang around. That is not a dismissal.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we got some calls for wheelchair. I'll try and speed it up a little bit, but I'm not sure. Sorry, I just saw Ethan's message. Da, da, da. Oh, I love you too. I love you too, Will. Miss you lots. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Hopefully, when all of this pandemic blows over, I'll be able to see a lot of people that I haven't been able to keep up with.
Zombinis.
Alright. I'm loving all these suggestions, but I'm going to have to get on with a new zombie.
So what's this one? Are we going for the wheelchair?
We're going to
Zombie
give it a
this time?
try. We're going to give it a try. So I'm hoping that the reference material of living with my dad for, most of my life, who was in a wheelchair, should enable me to actually do this justice. But let's see. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and just some practice drawing before. Ethan says, "Got to Mad Max the wheelchair up."
Yeah, just have like bones sticking out of it, knives on the back, and just fully kit it out. Give it
Yeah,
a
just
snowplow front.
there's spikes on the wheels as well. Yeah, that's looking like a thing.
Alright, so this guy it seems like is going to be a little bit mental, so we're going to go for like a full-on sort of... not like that, because it looks like he's doing the weirdest kissy face I've ever seen.
Georgie agrees by saying, "Witness me."
So he's having the time of his life. We're going to actually try... We're going to try and give this one some hair.
Oh, bold.
This only ever goes well. You've seen my previous hair.
The previous zombie attempts looks disturbingly like a certain American politician, if memory serves.
I don't think so, but you pointed it out, and now I don't know that I can ever unsee that.
Yeah, it definitely does to me.
So we're going for the Sonic gotta go fast sort of look, I think. Accidentally, but, happy accident maybe.
The Forbringer says, "Are there like level up wheelchairs? So like the level 1 wheelchair zombie is like wheelchair, but by the level 3 zombie, you've got full Mad Max mode."
There are no level ups. I don't like this hair. I'm starting again. There are no level ups planned, I'm afraid. So whatever zombie wheelchair gets is what he sticks with. I am gonna try and keep it somewhat flowy.
I'm loving these flowing locks.
Yeah.
It's dramatic.
I can't join hair up to the body as well, though.
I mean, it's got that wind blowing effect. It can just be blowing over there.
Yeah. There we are. It flies around
Jazz suggests the flies spot around the hair instead of like hair sparkles.
here. Yes. We'll do that. We'll absolutely do that. So how are you guys enjoying the stream so far? Is it something that you'd enjoy? Something you'd want to watch some more? I'm planning on doing a few more of these. I'm planning on experimenting with doing code and stuff as well. But hopefully you're all having a good time. It is not a mouse, I'm afraid. It is a drawing tablet. It's not quite one where you can draw straight onto a screen, which would be ideal, but that would be nice. Why am I still doing
that? binary sharp, fun, much enjoy. Ethan sarcastically says, "Truly awful. Never stream again, ever." But then
right.
there's a little heart afterwards. Weird yet cool suggests various severed limbs stuck out the top of the wheelchair.
Oh, I like that. See what I can do.
I'm loving this more than I thought I would.
Excellent.
That's so good. That's a good praise.
That is what I like to hear. So, what I really want is to try and get... How would you get the idea? Sorry, call out to anyone that knows anything about art. How would you get the idea that a shirt is tight as you're going forwards with G-force? Anyone got any ideas?
Oof. I guess I don't know. Oh, you could do a flappy collar.
Yeah, it's going to be pressed against the chair is the problem, because the chair's got to come in. That's what I'm trying to get in now.
Ethan says tension around the buttons, which is a good suggestion. Georgie seconds that.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I'll try and do that. So, we give him some buttons there. And then the tension be
Georgie
here.
also says flowing sleeves. Or Warren suggests epic cloak, which is always a good suggestion. But
just give him like a cloak flying out here.
Yeah.
It would save me having to work out how to draw the handles of the wheelchair. That doesn't quite do it justice. It needs to be bigger. If we're doing a cloak, then it needs to come all the way out to here.
The Fullbringer references that Susie did. So you've got to be careful with what you're doing with them.
With what? Sorry. With capes?
With the buttons, with the straining buttons, as Susie stole your buttons earlier.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Susie, stay away from the buttons. I know what you're thinking. Stay away.
Chris suggests rib cage visible through the shirt.
Yes. That's. Can I do that? Can I do that? Do I have that level of technique? Ooh.
If there's a hole in it, you can have little flappy bits of the tear kind of flapping backwards as well. That's a possibility. Like the little raggedy edges.
Yeah. So like there, obviously the arm is gonna mask a lot of that, but sort of like there, and then you sort of got a little bit of rib cage coming in here as well.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know how I would. How do rib cage? I probably should have studied anatomy before deciding to draw anything ever.
Well, I mean, it's a cartoon, isn't it? Like
Cartoons have anatomy. Usually see them when people get electrocuted.
Yeah, but normally, like if you can have 3 fingers, then I think you could have fewer than the standard, normal number of ribs.
Oh no, I just mean how draw. How do draw?
How do draw?
Yeah, because now these just look like lines.
The fact that you've seen skeletons, so
It gives the idea. Again, I'm hoping to need to ease off anyway, right? So.
Yeah. Wizard zombies and Ethan seconds. That would be a good idea.
Wizard zombie. That'd be quite an easy one to recognize as well. Give it like
Yeah.
the big hat. Obviously you have to write. Wizard.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. And the little star falling off it almost.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
I have magic powers.
Mixing our references here a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. I mean, there's at least three going on. We've got some D&D references, some Adventure Zone references, and some Discworld references going on.
Yeah.
At the least. Oh yeah, if anyone in the chat has any more questions about the game itself, feel free just anytime to jump in with those, because I'm sure Matt's happy to talk about that
Very much, yes. If
as
people
it
want to
goes.
ask anything, I'm willing to answer any questions. Pretty much about anything, to be honest. Obviously, if it's about the game, that's somewhat preferred. But feel free just to also ask me anything, I guess.
You're really gonna have to come up with a role for Bill Murray.
Maybe he'll be the... I don't know, maybe he'll be reporting on it. Maybe in the sort of comic strip sort of in-betweens that I'm planning on having for the show. That'll be his role.
Oh, little stand-up routines.
Yeah.
Comes out on the stage, makes a joke, and no one laughs, and he says, "Come on, guys, I'm dying out here."
And we're done. And we are done.
Jazz is requesting Susie make an appearance in behind you. Ooh, Weird Yet Cool suggests a parkour zombie.
Ooh,
It's a pretty cool idea.
that is
One
a
that I know
cool idea.
is close to your heart.
Yes. Again, that sort of comes in the same vein as the athlete zombie, the zombie that was suggested, the gymnast zombie or whatever it was. In that it'd be quite a nimble one.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know how I would differentiate between them.
Weird Yet Cool actually suggests it'll be a kind of like a Ultima zombie where it just it drops from above and insta kills a single enemy and then disappears, like a one use kind of ability thing.
Oh. Yeah, just like a zombie nuke.
Yeah.
That would be pretty fun. At the moment, though, the only things that they're going to be destroying are barricades, so probably better just to drop a fat zombie at that point. Oh dear. Right, so it looks like we've accidentally broken this guy's leg around about here. Looks like it's got a chunk taken out of it, so I think I might just work with that. Just see if I can get a thin line going there.
Oh, so Bringer asks, what is your favorite slang to wind up Gen Zers?
What is my favourite slang to wind up Gen Zers?
Coat lit fam.
um, I think I'm a fan of woke. I think using woke is my go-to to wind someone up. I don't get to do it very often though because don't really often have the right fan base on account of the fact that I'm in a house by myself most of the time with no one to talk to but millennials.
Yeah, I quite like Fam as a one, just because you can drop it in there, and people won't really know what's hit them.
Yeah. What's this guy needing? You know, apart from artistic talent, what's he missing?
Well, the chat's catching up with Owen. I'm feeling something to do with his head.
Yeah,
But Binary Shark says you're just too woke.
I am
Um,
too woke.
Chris suggests an alternative to the parkour zombie is a skydiver zombie that just is like an aerial bombardment fired at a barricade.
Ah, man, I wish I could make the game that you guys are imagining right now.
Like, are you meaning like speed effects coming from on the wheels or kind of around the wheels, Georgie? Oh, where they aren't round but are kind of long, like stretched out like a speed effect.
Oh, on the wheels. Ugh, changing the wheels. Okay. I don't know what I might just because I do want to get onto other drawings and wheelchairs. It turns out not my forte. I think what I'm going to do is just go for some speedies.
um, Weird yet cool suggests between campaign headquarters where you buy power-ups and upgrades and things like I see, like a headquarters bit you where you like choose your zombie team, I guess. But have like a little engineer zombie who like bangs things with a spanner. And I really like the tea lady zombie just kind of pushing a snack cart around forever.
That's pretty great. Oh, that's a good idea. Gonna have to make a note of that. I'm trying to get like some sort of like friction burn sort of thing going here, but
With
I'm
the
not sure.
wheels.
I'm not sure. No.
Oh, I see.
Like I've tried to give him a bandage here, but it's not super obvious. I think part of that is just because I'm not using like color or anything either.
Colours. Yeah, I was getting the bandage vibe. Yeah, I guess stuff like that would really come across more once you start applying color because you can have like the um friction burn be kind of a reddish color, whereas the skin is more like a greenish one.
Yeah, so like if I was just to pencil something in, I'd sort of like sort of get that sort of thing going on there. Have something a bit more sort of reddish going on there. That's really difficult to do with just to sort of get the idea going on. Then have like
Yeah,
a sort of creamy colour for the bandages that looks
yeah, yeah.
absolutely identical to what I just did for the friction burn, but whatever. Get the idea.
Jazz mentions the tea lady zombie should be wearing a like a school dinner lady get up. And Ethan says it would be really funny if the if the like base camp thing was presented totally seriously without acknowledging that there's a tea lady.
Yes, I'm liking this base camp idea. As I said, I'm planning on having like comic strips in between worlds to sort of explain the story. I guess the parallel there would be sort of Angry Birdsy, I guess. I think they do something similar. But that's definitely the sort of setting that I'd like to explore.
It sounds like a game you've been playing recently, actually, like Void Bastards, if anyone's heard of that, which does little cartoon bits kind of in between the missions.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I can.
Um,
I just need to fulfill something for Ethan here. Hang on.
Sazzy Bazzy says this one's actually amazing, which yeah,
Ah,
this I,
thanks.
I'm liking this one a lot.
I just need to add some red for Ethan's sake there. There we go. Now it's faster.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that one. If anyone's missed that, that's a
I'm sorry, guys.
Rich.
Ethan just got cut off. Sorry, Richard just got cut off. I don't know what he was going to say. Hey, Richard, you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you're back.
I was mentioning that that's a Gundam reference, and I'm proud of you for getting it.
Okay, cool. So we'll probably clean up the wizard hat and stuff off screen, but I'm liking this guy. Feel free to throw out some new suggestions.
Yeah, who's our next undead friend gonna be? Oh God. Oh yeah, put them all on the same page. That's gonna look really cool.
Hockey Somb. Like, I would scale them and make them actually all fit on, but I don't want to lose any quality.
Yeah, I suppose if are you gonna do stuff with these for one of your blog posts in the future?
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely be putting all of these little designs and stuff on there. I'll be tidying them up as well and putting them on the cards in the game, which if anyone's seen any of the demos of the game yet, at the bottom of the screen there are cards that represent which zombie you're picking. And yes, they will be tidied up and will be going on there as well. So this isn't just concept work. This is concept and, temporary work so that there's something on screen. But a zombie. Oh dear.
I can't imagine one of them moving though. Or is this the levitating zombie, Matthew, that you were talking about earlier?
Oh.
Chris has called back to the wizard zombie. Jazz says royal zombie who has fear of getting dirty, so gets other zombies to do their bidding.
I think that's basically your role in the game as the leader of the hive mind. Just be like, zombie be like, go over there. And, like, what was his name?
Terry?
Terry, yes.
There we go.
Terry be like, okay.
The Forebringer says flying meatball zombie, and Warren says lotus position equals concealed feet.
Oh, lotus position does equal concealed feet. Lotus position does also equal lotus position, though.
Weird yet cool suggests student zombie that's tiny with a huge turtle shell of a school rucksack. That's a pretty cool idea, like Link from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I'm liking student zombie. I'm liking that idea. I might throw in some of the streamer zombie ideas too, because I don't think we're going to have time to get to all of them. I'm actually only planning on going until past. If people are still keen, I can go a bit longer, probably till about 9. But I'm hoping we can get 1 or 2 more zombies in at least before we call it. But yes, we'll go as Tiny Student. We'll give him some of the streamer stuff as well. We'll give him headphones and like a rad Twitch TV t-shirt or something, which would be ironic as we're on YouTube Live. It would be a Gen Z zombie. It would be a Z zombie. So first thing that we need is
I love the idea of this like little kid zombie with the huge backpacks that it can kind of hide behind.
Yeah. How are we feeling about this size for a backpack? Have the head be like here. Like a button clasp.
Oh, nice. Georgie says lab tech zombie with a lab coat and test tubes and stuff.
Yes. Also good. Also very good for themes. Student zombie and lab tech zombie both good for themes as well. Because because we can have a sciencey one. I was planning on doing something that might be spacey or something like that, but it could be just as easily a lab or a lab in space. So
The
that would
Forbringer
work.
says student
Student zombie, what? Sorry.
needs glasses.
Yes, 100% with you.
Yeah, we had a shout out for an alien zombie as well. Talking of the space
Oh,
thing.
yes, we did. We did. I remember. We were planning on doing Terry with stalks.
Yeah, yeah.
Just giving him some of them.
Georgie says space lab, yes, and the Forbringer says Rambo zombie. You only there to take pictures.
Excellent. This is way more suggestions than I was expecting as well. By the way, this is amazing. There's no way that I can possibly do all of these or even the majority of these, but I really do appreciate them and I will be looking over them.
Jazz says drunk zombie, matted beard remains, smashed up bottles as weapons. Can only be calmed by giving it a bev. Sazzy Bazzy says needs to be on TikTok for the student. I'm assuming.
Oh, I don't know. They might be in India.
The Forbringer says Men in Black zombie.
Oh,
Ethan
that.
says he honestly thought that the backpack was a terrifying face for a moment.
Look into my eyes. Look into them.
He says hipster zombie with a beard and floppy hair and a coffee. Georgia, we had the hipster zombie earlier. That might be another one to call back to. I said we didn't draw it, but it was suggested earlier. And yeah, funny hair and a coffee were definitely part of what was going to be on there.
Yeah.
Jazz says conspiracy theory zombie with a tinfoil hat.
Yes. I've
It
just
didn't
finished.
save them.
I've just taken the opportunity recently to reread Artemis Fowl. I'm getting very Foley sort of thoughts when you mentioned tinfoil hats.
Oh man, I love that book.
Great, but it actually holds up really well. I was surprised. You can tell it's a kid's book reading it now. Like, it's super obvious that it's a kid's book. But for a kid's book, it really does hold up well.
Yeah. And for a kid's book, I think like the like satire in it is particularly good. Like I really enjoyed that reading it.
Yeah, I've done something I cannot erase right now.
Oh.
What have I done? Oh,
Hard mode. Hard mode engaged. You're just gonna have to live with it.
Yeah, no, I found the erase button.
Ah. Yeah, Ethan's yes, ended on conspiracy theory zombie prepper zombie doomsday prepper zombie. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
I like that. So it's was ready, but not ready enough.
the blissful irony.
The Forbringer says was worried to reread Artemis Fowl. Thought it might not hold up.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's gonna hold up better than the new movie.
Damn, that's true. Have you seen that? The trailer is absolutely shocking.
Not to be negative or anything.
No, naturally. Why is this now like perfectly black? What is different? Come on. What have I changed? This is a different pencil. Why is the original pencil gone weird?
Yeah, Chris, they're making a film of it, but I'm very annoyed because the first trailer started with the direct quote, the what is it, like, "Stay back, human! You don't know what you're dealing with." But it looks like they took some vague concepts of the story and some of the characters and then kind of threw books into a big kind of grinder and turned them into one story that vaguely resembles something.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on in that video. For example, like in the first book, there's absolutely no reference whatsoever to Artemis and Holly being in any way friendly or teaming up or anything like that. But in the trailer, like one of the scenes that they actually put in is like looks like we're working together or something. It was very strange.
Yeah, it's one of those where I get. I'm not gonna. Oh, I shouldn't say in case anyone's gonna read the books, but Artemis is 100% the antagonist in the first book, which is a really, you know, it's a really fun way of telling the story where your main character is the bad guy. You know, there's some sympathize with him, but his redeeming features are fairly limited in the first book, which is pretty special.
Yeah, his biggest redeeming feature is thinking, oh, they're more human than I thought,
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh, there's stuff to do with his mum and that kind of thing as well, but
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
um,
But yeah, I don't want to spoil the 20-year-old book.
yeah, yeah. Ethan says, the government says I have to says to go to my bunker, but I need a haircut. So I lost the ability to read halfway.
Uh,
Um,
Speaking of haircut, like what sort of cut are we giving this guy?
that's a good point.
Because I can't make them all bald. That's not okay.
And
Also,
Jazz says, will there be a human disguised as a zombie as an Easter egg? Like someone just head thing
it's
to blend
actually
in.
it's actually Terry.
Ah!
Yeah, Terry's just real good at cosplay.
Binary Shark says bowl cut, and Weird Yet Cool says emo hair.
Both good shouts. What do we think, guys?
I'm sorry, Ethan. The shame of my first attempt. I can't.
There will be animals in the game. I just can't draw them yet. One of the things that I definitely want to add are dogs. So what I'm kind of looking to do is make them. You imagine zombie dogs from like a game like I don't know, Zombie Mode Call of Duty or like I mean any zombie game, and they're these horrific things. But I'm planning on having like a much sort of cuter puppy dog look.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's
Yeah,
happening.
it's happening. Sort of like a much sort of cuter sort of zomble.
Oh no, this one's going much better than the last one.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
practice now.
Hey, nice. Yeah. Except like that, but dead. So cute.
Well, I mean, I've given him no pupils to indicate zombie, but, I can't quite cut into the brain the way that I'd like, because I'm not doing a dog right now. uh,
Weird Yet Cool expands on emo hair, like over one eye emo hair, like every student's first anime drawing. Um, this is for the bowl cut. Like his mom did it.
those are both good suggestions. I don't know which one to go for. I'm playing with the emo cut now. He's also got glasses. I don't want the eyes to be too busy, so I'm feeling like bowl cut might be winning it.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like it's but the oh sorry, yeah, I missed that the Forbringer. Cap with a chunk out the front of it, so like some hair sticking out of the cap.
Oh, that's not bad either.
That is
Oh,
a pretty cool idea.
we'll try the bowl cut, see how it looks, and then we can probably quite easily turn that into a cap. See where we land. I don't know, I quite like this guy at the moment. I'm enjoying where he's going. I'm enjoying the journey.
Yeah. All of these zombies. Few seconds.
All of these zombie what?
You're enjoying the journey like all of these zombies will, just for a few seconds before they're mercilessly gunned down by.
A ridiculously overpowered human, yes.
Yeah.
Bowl cut.
That's pretty good.
Alternately, we can then turn that into a. Let's go for properly sort of.
Forbringer, were you thinking like a forwards cap or a backwards cap?
How do I make this work? How do cap, guys? Yeah, like that.
Forwards baseball cap. Yeah, yeah. You may think that, Ethan, but I managed to make it to much older zombified. So yeah,
That's awful hair. Awful, awful hair. Tufty.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
So you get the.
Uh, oh, I was imagining like a hole in the top of the hat with like it kind of sticking out the top.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can do both.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess that would be spilling out. I don't really know how to get that to look right. I've got a long way to go with that.
That looks pretty good.
What do you reckon? Is this the look, or did we prefer bowl cut?
Yeah, speak now or forever rest in peace. Or not.
Hat is super cute. Bowl cut. Oh, we're getting some mixed messages now. I mean, we can certainly give him like a thingy badge.
Oh, a while ago, Weird Yet Cool said zombie dash hound long belly is skeleton ribs. Are they like? Is that like a sausage dog? Weird Yet Cool.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Because that's a really funny funny concept.
That sort of thing. I said I wouldn't draw a dog, guys.
It's happening though.
Yeah, that's where it went wrong. Let's just move that back a little bit. A bit lower than that. Maybe about
The Fullbringer says, "Oh, a zombie in a hot dog costume."
there. That's a great idea. Like that.
Oh yeah, that's working better.
Ugh. Don't like that. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Given that this isn't what I'm drawing at the moment, I'll say that'll do.
I Cap has more votes unless you count comments that that the students turned into a Boy Scout as votes against Cap, because then it's about equal still.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? I do see the merits of both. I'm rushing the end of this dog now because I do want to get back to what I'm actually drawing, and I'm making it worse. There we go. Dog.
Dog.
It dog. With chunk taken out of it because it's a hot dog.
You're not gonna get to win like that, Warren, with bribery, with sponsorship deals.
I don't know, if I can get a Hendo Spawn deal, I'd take it. I'm thinking that Cap's winning. It's looking like Cap to me. Well, let's get rid of that. And we'll keep the Boy Scout badges, I quite like that. He is now just a Boy Scout.
That makes sense for the giant bag. as well, though.
Yeah.
I've got the camp theme in my head.
I prefer the rap.
Yeah, but
Okay, cool. So, let's get some shoes going.
Georgie asks, "Did you draw much before this? Because these are really good. Very
I'm glad you like them. I have been drawing since the first time I posted on the blog about drawing. Although I must admit I've had about a month, maybe month and a half gap until this weekend because I've just been so busy with contract work and stuff. So it's definitely been like I'm under no pretense that I have a long, long way to go.
These
But
are looking really good though today. I'm like, as concept art goes, this is really working. I think.
good.
Georgie says, "You look." She kind of does.
Sorry.
He looks like the kid from Up.
Oh yeah, he does a bit, doesn't he? He looks a little bit grumpier though.
Hmm. And Ethan said, "Hello, Mr. Henderson here. Matt will give you one bottle of Hendos at full price in support of your game." Henderson, which is absolutely his name. You can look that up.
Yeah, it's true.
Hmm.
Family business, don't you know? Good quality
Yeah,
products. Hashtag not spawn.
yeah.
I feel
No
like
one actually knows if Mortimer Henderson is like a name that's passed down through the generations, or if it's the original Mortimer Henderson and mortal being. But
he is an
that's
immortal
just
being.
yeah,
No one who could come up with such a brilliant recipe could actually die.
yeah.
Let's give him a neckerchief as well, just to finish it off. Um, Usually they have like a little twist in them, don't they? So there we go. There we go. He's turned into Boy
Yeah.
Scout with dog, but that wasn't where we started. But we still got the big backpack. He's still a student. What do we think? What's in his bag? Everything you could ever hope or dream to own.
Or just another zombie.
Yeah, you kill him, and then another one pops out with a smaller bag.
Just on and on and on.
Oh dear.
Just as cookies made out of flesh, so I guess yeah, chef zombie familiar. Oh, Boy Scout cookies. Ah.
Ah, nice. Let's see. Let's do something real dumb. We've spent a bit of while sort of trying to get an actual serious thing, so let's do something that's not. I'm sorry in advance for this incredibly shit joke. I haven't even come up with it yet. I just know it's going to be awful, whatever it is.
Yeah, the Fullbringer points out that he needs some kind of critter poking out of his bag because everyone else has had some kind of animal companion.
I mean, to one extent you're right. To the other extent,
It's true. I like the one condition that was set. Dream was that no animals were going to be drawn.
yeah, that sort
Yeah,
of that sort of
that's
went,
not
didn't
good.
it? Ah dear. All right. You know what? I couldn't think of a bad pun in time. The best I've got is brain bar. What's this chocolate bar going to be called, guys? I'm putting it to you because
Ah.
brain bar is bad. Time left for Bill Murray. No.
Calcium. That's pretty good.
There you go. See if I can fit it.
Wow. Strong pun
Nice.
game there.
Just straight back in with it.
Oh yeah. It should be one of the dog's own bones.
Ah, that would have been good. I quite like Halcyon.
Yeah. That's an advantage if you're a zombie dog. Like you're never well, I guess eventually you will be short of a bone, but you
Yeah.
only live twice, you know?
You know, if I had time and skill, what I could literally do is take a bone out of here and put it in his mouth. But I have neither of those things. So, I'm calling this done.
Yeah, time enough for another day.
Yeah.
Listen, no one is to tell Peter about this.
Yes, not at
Uh,
all.
as as Ethan points out, it's yeah, it could be over.
Yeah. You know what?
Any
Go on, go on.
Oh, I was going to say any non-Bill Murray suggestions. I feel like you were going in the opposite direction there.
No, no, suggestions. Yes. Sound like a great idea.
I mean, we know that no one can escape Bill Murray, but we can damn well try.
This is going to become a repeated meme, isn't it? I'm never going to lose this now. Like, how would you even do that? I'd be like, I guess he's got quite a wide
Are,
head.
are you? Are you, Matt Warren suggests Bill Murray, an eel comedian hybrid. Now I know most of you would be imagining the like the lower part of the body would be a an eel, but having seen a moray eel, I've had the horrifying image of a stand-up comedian's body with a moray eel's head, which, don't want to see that.
He's got like the sort of quiff thing going on, right? Where it's just like just here. And it's just like that. Got some hair coming out here. We got quite a wide nose, which I've not really been nosing it up, but let's see. Why am I doing this? You guys are monsters.
I've just discovered that Bill Murray isn't who I thought it was.
No?
No,
Who do you think it was?
I don't know. Like
He's got
I
like
was,
a cleft
I
chin.
was, I was thinking but as I now don't know what that stand-up comedian's called, I couldn't help you there.
What do we think? Have we nailed it?
That's pretty good actually. Obviously, it's a little different from the style you've been drawing things because you've had to caricature in actual human features.
Yeah, I think the brain needs to be higher as well, like that. There we go.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, Chris. He also imagined the eel half on top first. Um, and the Forbringer says zombie eel Ghostbuster. Like again, yeah, another vote for this horrifying combination. Oh, great question, Georgie. What is your zombie apocalypse plan?
My zombie
I,
apocalypse.
Thanks, Matt Warren. That is who I was thinking of. I was thinking of Al Murray.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, go on, Georgie. Oh, no, Matt. Confusion.
What was the question? My favorite my zombie apocalypse plan.
Yeah, that's right.
I think my zombie apocalypse plan would be. I own a car now, so that would be my plan. Get in the car, drive to a place where there are boats, get on the boat, and live on it. If I can steal a cruise ship, that'll have a lot of supplies. That would be pretty good. So this is horrific, but there you go.
It kind of looks like rather Ghostbuster. It kind of looks like like a ghost. Actually, that's really
It,
appropriate. If the dead Bill Murray was in fact a ghost and
yeah.
not a zombie, other people turn for through like the sheer power of irony. When Bill Murray dies, he becomes a spectral entity.
Yes. Are we happy? Are we happy with Bill Murray?
It happened. You guys demanded it.
Well, we're in overtime now, so I figure why not, right?
Weird Yet Cool says, zombie apocalypse plan. Be an early adopter of new social strategies. In other words, I die fast.
In other news, yeah.
Ah,
Uh,
news, yes.
yeah. I think I would like to try and make a break for the ocean. I think what would probably happen is I would barely make it to my car. I'm not a fighter. I'm a bleeder.
Chris says better off with a nuclear submarine. Doesn't need refueling for at least 20 years and onboard desalination, copious drinking water. Now, I'm pretty sure, Matt, we've had this discussion before, and you go for cruise ship and I go for aircraft carrier
Yes,
because
yes.
aircraft carrier also has an onboard nuclear power station
Hmm.
and also has transport to and from you can kind of quarantine.
Yeah, whereas my argument is that the cruise ship will have more supplies, will be better stocked with a better quality of food as well. And in
That
the
is
time
true.
it would take for me to run out of fresh drinking water, courtesy of the supplies, I could very easily set up a way of creating drinking water by boiling water.
And probably jacuzzi.
And probably jacuzzi, yeah.
Yeah, so for when you're not fending off the zombie invaders, you can really relax in style.
Yeah, I'm really going to enjoy playing tennis by myself.
Oh, so you're presuming you're the only one on.
Yeah, I'm just nicking this thing. I'm just out.
I presumed you would have like your band of survivors, but no, you're like, no, screw you guys. This ship is mine.
Yeah. Uh, I don't think there would be a pianist on there, Matt. I think what you're talking about would be a zombie infiltrator that I would have to put down.
Else is a liability.
All right, we've got what was going to be Eel Murray, but instead we've got Ghost Murray now. We've got about 15 minutes left. Well, that's enough time for one more very quick thing. What do we reckon?
The chat is still talking about the various benefits of different ships. Georgia mentions that sails can come in handy for a ship if you run out of fuel. Um, Chris mentioned Marine may have nukes for cleansing the Earth of the zombie apocalypse while you're, um, chilling underwater.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But I'm as awful as it may be, I'm going to say I'm more about my survival than I am cleansing the Earth. I don't think one nuclear submarine is going to be enough to cleanse the entire Earth of the Horde.
Weird Yet Cool says flatmate didn't make it to the car. I'll try
No.
not to take that personally.
Well, he's going for the aircraft carrier. Susie will just slow me down. That's not. Of course, I would take Susie with me.
I could almost hear the typing now.
I think she's had to leave actually. I think she had a thing at 8, so I think I'm
Oh,
safe.
oh.
But just in case she watches the recording.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, can we get one last suggestion of a zombie? Let's. Um,
Oh,
what did
still
we?
there.
Oh, yes. We had what was hipster zombie was one that was suggested a couple of times. Um,
You're welcome.
we had let
Hipster
me
zombie
think.
was suggested. What else?
Hipster zombie, alien zombie, wizard zombie, night zombie.
Yeah, Professor Zombie was pretty good because Professor you can make really visible quite easily. You know, get a good
Yeah,
lab
yeah.
coat and if you do it properly, you can get like a good sort of what's the word? I don't know the word, like a swish on the lab coat, on the tailcoat of it.
Oh yeah,
I've got a drawing application in front of me. I'm an idiot. Like,
yeah. Yeah, no, but you should try. You should keep trying to describe it verbally. Just
sort of like get the real sort of. What's the character's name from Steins Gate?
Ocarina.
Yes, get Ocarin's sort of like stylish sort of swirl going on like that.
Ah!
That might be a.
Hipsters. Weird yet cool says hipster zombie thinks brains are too mainstream, but and only eats intestines.
I like that. I like that a lot. Ah,
I've just seen Ethan's Ethan's redesigned your company logo with Bill Murray's face instead.
yes, unfortunately that has happened. I don't know how I feel about this. No, I do know how I feel. I'm disgusted. Um,
It's pretty strong. The facial expression.
there
The
you go.
shape actually.
For those of you who don't have access to that particular chat.
It's pretty strong.
All right, cool. I'm gonna say that the options are between scientist zombie and what was the other one that we were talking about?
Hipster zombie?
Hipster zombie. Which one? We got 15 minutes. Punk rock zombie is a good shout, but we're gonna go with one of those two, I think.
Yeah, maybe if you do another stream in the future on the art of the game as well again, and
Yeah.
yeah, appearance in that one.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get more of these streams going. I have really enjoyed doing this. I hope you guys have enjoyed being here, and you too, Richard, in fact.
Yeah, I've had a really good time. It's been a fun way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah. It looks like Hipster is winning it.
Yeah, there's the hipster going on, so yeah, that looks like a win for hipster.
So what sort of hipster hairdo are we going for? Because obviously we've got top knot. We've also got the sort of douchebag beard sort of style. We've got options, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we've had like the kind of hair flick suggestion, and we've had the kind of the top knot. Although I think that was just me who mentioned that. Um,
Top knot, full beard. Oh, that's a
yeah,
strong look. That is a strong look. I'm gonna go with that.
yeah.
Try and
Hits
stop.
people with records. That's a good one.
Yes, I like that. Records that you've never heard of, obviously.
I mean, you might have heard of them now, but he had the record before.
It was
It
cool.
was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Man, what's happened to my eyes? They've gone.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's gone.
Yeah, there was one that was all right. It was just too high up. I should have just moved it, but you know, that's where we're at. I think we're gonna go with.
Jazz suggests beard with a plait, maybe some kind of beads in the beard, and also turn up jeans that show off the ankles.
Yes, for sure. Now, how do I resolve this top knot situation? Because I've sort of gone for another bowl cut right now, which is not great. I was trying to get sort of like it stretched back a little bit. I guess if you're going to do that, the way that it would normally be would be like arch to the hairish.
Fullbringer suggests robot zombie, which is possibly another note for your kind of space lab.
Yes. Robo zombie sort of get like I guess it would be similar in some ways to the alien zombie, but it would be a bit more square and it would have like the
Yeah.
thing going on. There we go.
I know you. I know I mean, you've had a strong start with the hipster zombie already, but man bun might be easier from a kind of side on, well, slightly more side on view.
What might be?
The man bun.
Yeah, I'm planning on just sort of like trying to pull up to a decent
Ah,
level like that
yeah, yeah.
and sort of get it going on here. I might have to move it down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move it down. Maybe the robot is this guy's
Oh
guide
yeah,
because he's too cool to have an animal guide, so he's getting zombie guide. He's getting robot guide, sorry.
yeah. I see where you're going with the hair. That works.
Yeah, sort of like get a bit of a thing going on. Oh. Is
Yeah,
that too
yeah.
small or what do we think?
Ooh. Ethan says, "Don't forget the trendy glasses that don't actually do anything."
Oh yeah. Oh. Now again, we've got options here for trendy glasses. Are we going to go for the sort of like pencil thin ones like that,
Ooh,
or are we
that's
going to
actually
or are we going to go for like the super huge ones like that?
the really narrow ones are actually upsetting me now.
Right, that sounds like we're onto a winner. Oh yeah, and ridiculously high bridge because of course. Kind of want to give this guy a hint of a nose, but it looks like now he's got a smiley face under above his beard.
It does a bit, yeah. I think the glasses imply it.
Yeah, okay, we're fine. That's looking a bit more like what I was expecting.
Yeah, oh man, that's a. I've actually missed the reference, Jazz. I don't get it. She said she was thinking of Oshi.
Oshi? Oshi?
Oshi.
Oh, I don't know.
Is this a? Oh, Oshi from Kez from King Edward's. Yeah, I don't know if you know that he actually worked at
Oh, Oshin.
yeah, he worked at Wessex for a while.
Oh, did he? Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
and
Small
then
world.
then he disappeared to and was never seen again.
He disappeared to where?
Was it New Zealand? I think it was New Zealand. Somewhere else anyway. But yeah, no, I see, I see what you mean. I'm liking the look of this hair.
Good.
Uh, currently though. Oh yeah, I'm seeing those are the plats now, and this is an important bit that you're doing now. This was organically thought up by two separate people.
Well, I think it's definitely the most obvious go-to for a hipster.
Yeah,
But obviously they went to Starbucks before it was cool.
yeah. And they were kind of ordering all like this particular like mix of coffee like with what vanilla and stuff in it before anyone like before it was on the menu. It's on the menu now, but they like
Oh
it's on the
yeah.
menu. Like they popularized.
Yeah, they put it on the menu.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure.
yeah.
Right. Guys, come at me with your coffee zombie puns.
Good idea. We're gonna need a name for this coffee company. The Fullbringer says, "Oh, a zombie lizard men, because lizard people control the world."
Oh yeah, naturally.
As
Of course, if we acknowledge it though, then they might shut me down.
yeah, it's true.
I gotta
You
be
gotta
careful.
keep on the low key with the Anunnaki around.
Yeah.
David Icke knows.
David Icke knows everything.
Yeah.
Creepy lizard man that he is.
No, he's not a lizard man.
No, he's the.
He's actually the second coming of Jesus.
I don't
But
know. I
we
think
shouldn't
that's a
have said too
ruse.
much.
I think that it's a ruse.
Oh, you think it's like deep, like it's deep cover.
Yeah. You create the notion that it is absurd by throwing in a plant to be so bad at creating a compelling argument.
Georgie's come up with Neuro Brew and Cafe Al Brain, rather.
Ah, Café brain. What is the French for brain?
Brain.
Neuro brew is pretty good.
Weird yet cool has corpsey beans.
Corpsey beans.
Chris says Cafe New. Oh, Cafe Nero.
Cafe Neuro, yeah.
Cafe Nero.
That's great. I'm liking Cafe Neuro. Oh. Would it be ground dirt? I don't know. Would it be ground dirt? What would zombie coffee be? I mean, it's a bit on the nose for it to be brains.
Mm.
Ah. Kidney beans.
Weird yet cool suggests full body coffee.
We have some strong contenders. We got some ideas flowing now. You guys can come and run this company. You're better at the puns.
Chris says the coffee could be ground cremated bones. You can tell when there's archaeologists.
You can.
Suggestions. Jazz says grave dirt, freshly dug for that bitter taste.
That's pretty good. Like engraved dirt.
I liked. Did kidney beans come from you, Matt? I like that one.
Yeah, that was me. I wasn't my finest work, but
I enjoyed it.
I try to make this look like flannel, and it's difficult.
I'm seeing it. Yeah. Weird yet cool says, do zombie druggies do stomach acid? It's possible.
That's very good. So, do hipsters wear belts? That's a question.
Do hipsters wear belts?
Or are belts too mainstream?
Do hipsters wear suspenders?
Hipsters could wear suspenders, yeah.
Jazz says she's never looked that close to hipster.
Wise. If they see you looking, then technically they're able to take your Costa Coffee points away from you.
I think Jazz needs to have a long, hard look at Kieran. Cold-blooded brew is a suggestion from Matt Warren, perhaps for the iced coffee brand. That's a very hipster.
That's suitably hipster, isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, Jazz, you had to know the truth.
Going with suspenders.
Oh, Berserk's back. Says, "Good lord, you people are still going." Yeah, I think we're just we're doing the last zombie Berserk.
Yeah, my plan was to finish 9 at the latest, so I've got a minute, but I think we're gonna overrun by a couple. To be fair, I started late, so it's only fair.
Yeah. Weird Yet Cool says belts and high-waisted skinny jeans. And Georgie says and a bow tie.
Oh, bow tie, strong. Oh, I've already given him a flannel shirt though. Is that? Do we combine the two? Do we try that?
Could you have a flannel shirt and a checked bow tie?
Um,
Is that too extreme?
that might be too extreme. That might be too much for my poor brain. Obviously, massive walking boots that he doesn't actually need. Just to finish off, I think.
Yeah, we appear to have passed the watershed here. Bezek says, "Why is your well-dressed zombie holding a fleshlight?" I think we're gonna need to put the coffee company pun on it real quick.
Yeah, right. I liked Cafe Neuro.
Yeah, Cafe Nero was my favorite.
Thanks for all your suggestions, guys.
Yeah, there were some strong contenders. Ethan says, "Put a coffee." Or no one could ever tell how that was meant to pronounce.
Go Fifi.
Covfefe.
Cafe
Put a
Neuro.
Covfefe label.
Tell you what, yeah, go on. I'll just get just on this little lid here. How do we spell Covfefe?
That would be I've lost it.
It doesn't matter. I don't.
Covfefe.
Covfefe.
Yeah. Covfefe.
It's going to be difficult for this to make sense on with the pixels that I have available.
We'll know it's there. Bezek says, as soon as the logo goes on that bad boy, I'm screenshotting it and going corporate.
I am just kicking Berserk from the chat.
Not really. You're safe here.
This is a safe space as long as you don't try and sue me.
Yeah. And let's be honest, if anyone's gonna sue, it'll be.
I don't know if you finished that sentence or left it hanging.
I finished with Bill Murray.
Oh yes, it will definitely be Bill Murray. After that abomination, it has to be.
Yeah. Bezek says, "Can't kick me from your life, man."
I tried. I left TT. Hey, when are you leaving, Will? I heard you were leaving.
TT, for those not in the know, is the company that Matt used to work for.
Yeah. Used to be called Traveller's Tales, now TT Games, making the Lego video games. Very fun time I had there. It was great. So, I think what this guy's going to be doing with this hand, because he has two hands.
Oh yeah. He had two hands before that was cool.
Yeah.
Bezek skills are getting pretty on point, so there's not much for me to learn.
Definitely not Telltale, and I'm reasonably certain you're from TT. I don't actually know who you are. I don't remember. I had a theory, but Are you trying to incite rage?
Because Matt will remember that.
Yeah. Great, love it. Um,
Oh, there was a suggestion of the violent records before.
oh yes, I was going to do Uphones, but you know what? Records works.
Oh, he's throwing them like a ninja star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Jazz.
Oh, I feel like I need to finish this guy.
The Foebringer says, "Nice-oo."
Nice.
Forebringer, not
For
Foebringer. God damn it.
Fullbringer.
Every time. Nothing personal. I just have a brain that doesn't work.
There we go. And because he's too cool for animal friends, he gets Robo Friend.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
Man,
5
there's a
minute.
lot of detail on this one.
Yeah, I sort of went for it with the plaid.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Bit of polishing up.
Can we have a last shot with all
Oh,
of
let's
them
see.
on it?
Let's see what we can do. Do we need Eel Murray too?
Yeah, I think we need Eel Murray. Oh
Um,
God.
so many. Right, okay. So, Hockey Zomb. You're already up there. Go for you.
If you don't want to change the size, we can actually see kind of when it's on the grey as well.
So no, you can only see that when it's selected. If I,
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see what you mean.
but that's fine. I can always undo all this.
Jazz says, looks like my lumberjack fantasy, and Weird Yet Cool says, "Oh, he's a lumberjack and he's okay."
Excellent. Uh, yeah, I did go a bit lumberjacky, but hipsters and lumberjacks for me are not a million miles away from each other.
They do
Like,
have, yeah, they do have common factors.
yeah. And finally, you. There we go. I think we got quite a bit done.
Jazz says they are the same, but one of them works out more.
Yes, absolutely.
Man, look at all these zombies.
Yeah, this is a pretty motley collection. I'm quite happy with this. It's definitely given me some of them I'm actually just happy with as concept to just be like, hey, make this good. Some of them need a bit of refining. Our hockey mask player, for example, could probably use a bit more work, but he was the first one. But yeah, that was productive.
I'm enjoying how like you could actually see the level of detail in each one increasing as it goes on.
Yeah, I think it was just finding my legs.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Although personally, I'm probably happiest with the chef and the Boy Scout. I like both of those a lot.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And it like it's not that the first ones look bad. It was just it's just like different. Like you could tell you kind of getting into the swing of it and putting more kind of finer details on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I had a really good time. Thanks very much for joining. Do you think this is the sort of thing that you guys would like to see more of? I know I've asked this already once or twice, but I'm going to finish by just seeing what you guys think, and then I'm going to disappear. I really appreciated everyone sort of chiming in with design ideas and zombie ideas and stuff as well. It was really fun. I think this was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. You guys really sort of came in and helped it be way less awkward than I was anticipating it. So thanks a lot. And thank you, Richard, very much for joining and reading the chat, because there is absolutely no way that I could have kept up with the chat without you.
Hey, no worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this was yeah, it was really fun, really lively chat as well. Like really it never stood still for too long, which was pretty great.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, so thank you very much. I will be trying to organize another one of these as soon as I can. It's probably going to be a little while, maybe a month or so, just because getting this sorted, working out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to fit it around my schedule is kind of tricky, but you definitely haven't heard the last of me. So, yes,
And
once
yeah,
you
check out future blog posts for.
you cut off at the perfect time, but I think it was going to say for updates and information as to how the game's going and when these are going to happen.
Yeah,
Always more chances to heckle.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think Chef is my favorite too, weird. Um, anyway, I'm going to sign off now, so thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
This is where I realise I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, this is a problem.
No, I got it. Matt out.